This tutorial goes over the Einstein CO2 sensor, preparing it for use. First thing we'll do is launch the MyLab application on your Einstein tablet or potentially your iPad or any other device paired with an Einstein Lab Mate. Once it opens, we could go ahead and take the CO2 sensor, and we'll take the Einstein sensor cable. We'll make sure that the arrow that is on the cable is facing towards you, and we'll insert it into the bottom of the CO2 sensor. Make sure that's a snug fit. The other end will plug into your Einstein LabMate Plus or your Einstein tablet. As soon as we've plugged it in, we can scroll through the MyLab list of available sensors, and we should see that the CO2 sensor is now visible with a check mark next to it telling the data analysis software that it's ready for use. Next, we will go into the sensor preferences, and we'll notice that it is reading at 0 right now. The CO2 sensor does auto-calibrate itself, and this process takes between 1 to 2 minutes. At that point, once it is finished calibrating, the reading should be anywhere between 350 to 400 parts per million approximately. Once we see the reading appear, then the CO2 sensor is ready for use. And there we go. We see 390 parts per million, and that tells us the CO2 sensor has finished its calibration and it's ready to go. Now, while using the CO2 sensor, you'll see we have an air chamber, and it comes with the red stopper that the CO2 sensor fits snugly in. We'll insert it, and when measuring with the CO2 sensor, we always recommend leaving it on its side because carbon dioxide will sink to the bottom as it is a heavier gas. That concludes this demonstration. I hope it helped. To see the rest of our sensors and any of our videos and user guides, please visit redpentech.com.